Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about connecting college to career and really what we can do as staff and faculty at USU to elevate students' career success while they're here at the university. My name is Alexander Gaeta-Troutner. I will be presenting with Joseph Banks. I am the career design specialist here at USU for students in the College of Engineering, and I also teach ISTU 3010, Career Exploration and Design.
Yeah, and I'm an assistant director over at the Career Design Center. I am an instructor for both the Integrated Studies internship program, as well as for the General University's USU 2400, which is a course designed to help people find internships and how to network and such. I also am a career specialist for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, as well as the King College of the Arts.
Today, Joe and I are going to be talking about a few things. The first thing we want to talk about is really why students are attending college, what data we have about outcomes and the reasons why students have come to USU. Then we're going to talk about the importance of high-impact career practices, and then how we can integrate those high-impact career practices into the classroom here at Utah State University.
Yeah, so the first thing we got to remember is we got to start with the end in mind. We got to think about our students. Why are students, our USU students, going to college? Why are they attending our university? This past year, Utah State University participated in what's called the National Alumni Career Mobility Survey, which surveys alumni both 5 and 10 years past graduation. And this gave us some really good, insightful information. The top 2 reasons that they showed that students stated why they attended USU was, first to gain intellectual development, but also to increase their career success. Now, this survey shows a lot more information and detail regarding each of those students and such. But the key point that we want to take away from this is that our students really want to make sure that they get a good return on the investment of their time and their resources here at USU. So now we're going to go and talk a little bit about how we can help our students achieve that success.
What we found is that there are a few key practices that really significantly increase a student's career mobility by the time that they graduate. So one of the first high impact career practices is just simply understanding career opportunities. We find one of the biggest kind of obstacles or sources of anxiety for our students is just ignorance about what is actually out there, what they can do with their major, how they can pursue experiential learning before they graduate, things like that. Kind of related to it is the practice of creating a career plan. This can be as sort of loose or solidified as necessary. Here at Utah State University, there are a handful of colleges that have roadmaps for their students. So when they first start at USU, they're told these are the things that you ought to be doing as a freshman and then as a sophomore all the way into your senior year to really kind of gain relevant experiences, gain those kind of skills that will be valuable in the job market, and set up a good foundation for you to launch into your professional career. Following that, we have networking with employers. There are many opportunities for students to interact with people in their target industry here at Utah State University, as well as outside of the school. Some of the big opportunities here at USU are things like the job fairs, open houses, information sessions, and really any other kind of recruiting event that goes on at the university. But there are also many opportunities to network with employers while you're doing an internship or at club events or going to conferences and things like that. So really encouraging students to network with employers is incredibly valuable. Similar to that, we have doing an internship. Really, this refers to any type of experiential learning that a student can do in their target industry. It's really valuable just to get exposure to the types of industries that you're interested in going into. Once that you can prototype the experience, but also so that you can get that relevant experience on your resume, get more comfortable with kind of applying the skills that you've learned in the classroom to the professional workforce, and also just doing that networking with companies. Another high impact career practice at the university level is receiving helpful career advice. Something that we really try to do in the Career Center is mitigate those maladaptive or outdated beliefs about the job market that students might have by just giving them really up-to-date and relevant advice. We do that through our first destination outcome data. We do that through workshops, things like that. And receiving that kind of up-to-date, helpful advice we find is incredibly valuable for our students. And then the last kind of big high-impact career practice is really just developing critical thinking while you're here at the university. Really just encouraging students to rationalize and think through how they can translate what they're learning into the classroom into the real world, and more particularly into their kind of professional career as they're launching from the university. So some questions that you might ask yourself as an instructor in order to facilitate those high impact career practices is asking yourself really, how can I help my students connect this class to their career? Another question that you might ask is, what activities or strategies can I implement to support students' career development? And then at kind of more the personal level, asking yourself, how can I leverage my role as an instructor, as faculty, as staff, to encourage students to design their own career paths?
And so what we want you to know is that, there are lots of resources here at USU, and, us as the Career Design Center, we're not here just to help the students. We're also here to help faculty and how you guys can actually reach out and help elevate students' career success. One example is the first destination data that we have on our website. And this, every year we survey our students who are graduating that year, trying to see where they're going to be ending up, if they're continuing education or if they're getting full-time employment, and roughly about how much are they earning and such. This outcomes data about employment status and starting salaries are broken up by major, and a lot of faculty can use this to help research and gain a good idea of where our students are going. Another thing that we have is the Career Champions program. This is where faculty can sign up for newsletters, trainings, information related to career readiness, and different recruiting events at Utah State. And this is a great way to get connected, especially if you're thinking, I really want to be more involved in providing career resources and being a career champion for my students. How can I do this? Well, this is a great way to get started, and then we're developing a lot more of these trainings and things as we move forward. The other thing is that we have college liaisons. Every college not only has a career coach, but also this career specialist for each of those colleges are here to help you in how to figure out how you can be more engaging with students in their career plans, how you can help them develop that. And if you're wondering, well, I haven't really been in the field, or I don't know as much about giving career advice as I do about my field and specialty, we can help you on how to make those connections with your students so they can be more successful. And along with that, we have career tutorials, modules for faculty. This is a free Canvas tutorial that can be easily implemented, integrated into your classes here at Utah State University. And if you have any questions about that, our staff is here to help you figuring out how to put that into the classroom, as well as our presentations and resources that we provide for you guys. A couple of ideas for integration, things that you can add to your courses even right now. One is NACE competencies. So an organization called the National Association of Colleges and Employers have a list of key competencies that employers are looking for foreign students. And so if you can integrate some of those key competencies like communication skills and things like working with teams and such like that, that can help explain how those classes promote those career competencies, so students can identify the skills that they're learning, as well as the knowledge and the technical skills that they're learning in those courses. Other one is when you add your career objectives and making conversations, make sure that students understand how the things that they're learning in the classroom, how that's going to relate to their career in the future as well, how they're going to be able to see that this connects to them, and how they can feel that the things that they're studying actually will benefit them in their career in the future. And of course, giving them different assignments and projects. It's very important to intentionally create assignments or projects that students can reasonably add to their resumes or their portfolios. And this is a great way to start adding in some of those high impact practices that we mentioned. In the classroom, you can connect students to alumni that and that you're connected with already, or you can give them projects and assignments that will show them how to work with other organizations, the things that they'll be doing once they graduate and they move on into their careers. And so it's a great way that you can do this. And we understand we're not the only ones with these ideas and such. That's why you have those liaisons there to help brainstorm and try to think how is the best way to implement this in the classroom, or how we can partner with that. And we'd love to hear from you guys as well. We want to thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Career Design Center at usu.edu, or you can reach out to your college's liaison, and they'll be happy to help you out in any way that we can.
Thank you.